Alrighty, g'day. This is a 1933 Armstrong Siddeley coupe that I purchased from an estate in February 2024 in Sydney, Dulwich Hill, and the guy whose estate I bought it off, he had it for approximately 50 years. So you can see that he started restoring the car by pulling various parts off and has started to strip it back. So he started stripping it back and pretty much started restoring it. Fortunately, with a lot of, the way it goes with these older cars and restorations, time and things in life get in the way. But my plan is try my best, do my best to restore it and keep going on from what he started. So yeah, as I said, it's a 1933 Armstrong. Bodybuilder is a Creswell, which the bodybuilder they were based in Sydney, so the car was built in Sydney. Probably, I'm almost certain what would happen is, Armstrong being an English car brand, the car would have come to Australia chassis, a rolling chassis with the engine, and then the person who is purchasing the vehicle or the dealer would choose their bodybuilder. So it's a very, very rare car, believed to be one of two of this style body. Again, the other car would have been built in the same factory, and I believe it's either the chassis number before my chassis or after. So it's a 6-cylinder engine, and they call it a 1540. So you can see the guy before me, whose name was Norman, he's obviously pulled the engine apart and started restoring it. But I'll it's very clean through there. But what I'll do is I'll strip it down and check everything again, and pretty much from the ground up we'll restore this car. The body will come off. You can see a lot of the coachwork is rotten, which is my forte, as I'm a carpenter by trade. So all the timber work doesn't scare me. You can see down here, being the lower part of the car being a steel skin, you can see it's all rotten down here, all the rust. So that I'll have a go at myself. Try and do as much as I can that I'm capable of doing by myself. You can see this beautiful original leather that's underneath this covering, this more modern covering that would have been done at some point, maybe to spruce up the car during the 60s or 50s. So I'll try and condition this and bring it back to its former glory. You know, I see nothing wrong with that. You know, a little bit of the stitching may need to be attended to, but hopefully we can bring all that back to life. You can see all the timber floors are rotten, so they'll all be new. So there's a number of parts that are obviously off the car at the moment, which we've managed to collect with the car. So, you know, we've got the front guards, you know, hopefully all the jewellery components, you know, handles and window winders and, you know, all that sort of stuff, I believe we've gathered up with the car. You know, back mud guards. This is the dicky seat. Again, presenting the original leather. And again, we'll try and repair it with an upholsterer to bring it back to life. This would have been the door card on one of the doors. So you can see the level of detail with all the stitching in the door card, which will replica when we do a new one. So put all that stitching back in, use this as the template. So that would be my plan with that. You can see the, you know, he obviously strips this back and primed it. You see the original grey up here. That would have been the colour of the car, which I will, that's the colour I'll be painting it, going back to the original grey. You know, I've got to try my best in my head to put the car back as original as I can. You can see here the grey's a bit more better, you know, a bit more noticeable what the colour was with the thin green pinstripe, which would have, you know, that would have, green would have matched the leather. Little vent there for airflow. This would have been like a little tool storage. Well, it is the tool storage, and maybe some spare parts for those longer trips. Everyday parts. And this is really nice. This brass cap. That's really nice. Really like these Art Deco cabin lights. So this has got like a fluted glass lens, which is really nice. And a nice big parcel shelf. It's got a pre-select gearbox, 4-speed gearbox, which is quite, you know, Armstrong Siddeley are known to have that pre-selected gearbox. It was delivered to a lady in Young. That was the lady who purchased it, and she bought it in October 1933. She didn't have the car for too long, and then it went to She might have had it for 3 or 4 years. And then it went to Parramatta, followed by Dundas. So it's pretty much been in Sydney its whole life. And here we are filming from Sydney as well. So the car's staying local to where it was built and where it spent majority of its years. It's believed to be a 40,000 mile car. We're assuming it's only 40,000 miles. However, where it's been so dilapidated is potentially it's sat out in the weather for a period of time. I'm thinking that period of time at Dundas, it would have been left out in the rain, in the elements. Yeah, so I reckon the guy T. Smith in Parramatta, he did the 40,000 miles in it, and he had it for 33 years. And then it seems like it's gone to a guy in Dundas and then a guy in Kellyville, where it hasn't been looked after. Such a unique, such a unique grille that the Armstrong Siddeley presents, especially with this curved honeycomb radiator. It's a really nice feature. You can see it's they call this a flathead, rather than the spark plugs being down on the side. They're flat on the top like a lot of American vehicles, which is quite unique. We have this door. It's just off the car at the moment. That's how I purchased the car. That the door wasn't on. So yeah, the body will come off. Start cleaning up the chassis, rebuilding the motor, the gearbox, diff. Obviously, every seal for brakes and axles and wheels will have to be attended to. But all I can do is try my best. See you, matey. Just try my best to bring the car back to how it was and get it on the road someday. You can see the bonnet is actually aluminium, and then the rest of the bodies are steel. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for now, and do another video once I start doing some work on it and start pulling it apart further to start the rebuild.